All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to today's edition of SWAC Smoke. Y'all know how we do every Thursday. This is episode 78. Man, we making a big old move up to 80. Man, we're almost at the Jerry Rice number 80. So we're gonna go ahead and do what we do, man. Jamie G, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about y'all, man? What's up? What's up, Swag Smoke fam? Y'all good?
Man, I hope everybody had an eventful signing day yesterday. We're gonna talk about
Oh
all of that.
yes. Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Schedules dropping every day. We're gonna talk about that. BCU got a new head coach. We definitely gonna talk
Mm-hmm.
about that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
anything else, y'all get in the chat. Y'all know how y'all do. We pick stuff from there too. So, man, I guess we go ahead and start off with Bethune-Cookman hiring a coach. They kept it pretty low key this time. Um,
Yeah.
he dropped the news this afternoon. Um, and then what's happening, man? Welcome to the show. He dropped the news earlier, and it's pretty much been confirmed. So Raymond Woody Jr. is the new head coach at Bethune-Cookman. If y'all don't know who he is a former Bethune-Cookman. He's a Bethune-Cookman alumni. He played from '92 to
Mm-hmm.
'95. He was an All MEAC player in. How did I lose it? He was an All MEAC player in his final two seasons. He was an All American and All MEAC. Uh, coached around a few Florida high schools. Um, coached at Western Kentucky under Willie Taggart. Followed him around. Went to Oregon, Florida State, FAU. So he's a guy that's been around. Hey man, we try to, man. I mean, I can't call my stuff swag if I ain't gonna show everybody some love, man. You can't be swag and just be one school. That ain't fair to nobody else. But
Right.
this is a guy, man. That, like I said, man, he's been around. He's coached at all levels. He played at Bethune-Cookman, so you hoping as an alum he gonna have the respect for the university. I know they got some things to work on and all of that kind of stuff off the field, but I think it's not a bad hire. I mean, this is probably about as good as you're gonna get at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was definitely a safe hire. I like the fact they kind of brought in that alum. I think that definitely could stabilize your program because he already know what to expect coming in, and I like the fact that they said he was a highly touted recruiter as well. I think he was one of the top recruiters in the I think in the AAC, I believe at one time. So that's a good thing. They brought in a guy that can come in and keep a lot of recruits there. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
That's a good move.
he's definitely a strong recruiter, especially in Florida.
Hmm.
I mean, he's a Florida guy. His last two stops were in Florida, so he's familiar with the landscape, and he gonna get out there and work. He's a solid coach, man. I thought he was one of the few coaches on Willie Taggart's staff at Florida State that did a good job with his position. Didn't have a lot of numbers to work with there, but he worked. He was able to put together a pretty solid linebacker unit with the numbers he had. But I think this is going to be good. Like you said, it's safe. It's not nothing crazy. I think you needed
Hmm.
something safe. You needed to get yourself in order, man, because spring practice right around the corner, and you need to try to get this team together and start moving forward. So I thought this was yeah, they coached on the same staff at Florida State in
Hmm.
2018, and I think Hampton followed Willie Taggart pretty much everywhere he was before Florida State. So yeah, they very familiar with each other. They've been on the same staff quite a few years, so that's a connection, the little SWAC connection now. But I think that this is I think it's a good move, man. I mean, I was just wondering when they was gonna bring somebody
Hmm.
in, man. I was like, was they gonna let a fan coach each week?
Hmm. Yeah, they had to go ahead and get somebody in there quick because with signing it came so fast. I mean, you wanted to try to get some form of stability in the program, definitely with the strength and conditioning and spring ball. You're definitely trying to get a coach in there ASAP.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I
right
mean,
now he got to get his staff together now.
yeah, that's gonna be the thing, man. You got to work fast now and get a group of guys together that that's gonna be able to work. And like you said, you got to get you a strength and conditioning program going, because you're already behind in that aspect. Because everybody been doing they workouts at this point, so you're gonna basically be starting from behind. But if you got a good program, you can get your guys at least up to speed. So this is the vital part now. Getting your guys and getting your staff together, because like I said, there's not much time, man. Most people spring practice is probably gonna start within the next month or so. So you working with very little time. I think they're gonna officially announce the hire tomorrow. So hopefully, fingers crossed, don't nothing go wrong between now and tomorrow.
Right.
Hey, make sure y'all keep him away from Instagram, man. don't let him go live. Keep your coaches off of Instagram.
I'm telling you.
But man, let's we can stay in this area, but signing day, man. What did you think about signing day?
Oh man, signing day was all right though. I actually took a look at a couple of people. Like I know Alabama A&M, they did a pretty good job with their recruiting, as bringing in players that they needed, and they filled in a lot of positions. I see they brought a lot of transfers in at quarterback, and they beefed up their offensive line, and they picked up a nice little quarterback from Oregon, man. I think the kid from Memphis. Nice, long, lanky kid. Looks like he's got a lot of potential. I don't think he got very much playing time at Oregon, but overall, man, just looking at everybody, I think it was a pretty solid signing day for everybody. I think they definitely was just filling in the needs that they needed to, be competitive in the conference.
Yeah, I think most teams did a good job of assessing needs and filling their needs. I would have liked to see more teams be more active on the lines, but most teams did get what they needed, but everybody got mad skill guys, man. So I would like to see a few more big guys come in, but you're gonna get those guys a lot of times out of the portal. So we'll see, if any kind of movement happen now. But I thought everybody did good, man. I was impressed with Valley, man. Valley brought in a lot of dudes, man. I thought they did a really good job with their recruiting class. I also thought they did a good job with the presentation of their stuff, man. They had nice little setup, nice little photo edits and videos and stuff. So salute the Valley, man, for stepping their game up, because I thought they did a really good job on that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
But another team I think has been pretty active is FAMU. They brought in a lot of dudes. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for sure. They brought in a lot of guys, man. FAMU, I think they did pretty good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Jackson State class, man, if you had a chance to really take a look at it?
Yeah, the Jackson State. First off, man, I don't know if y'all had a chance to check out my video I posted last night. I posted a couple shorts of the Jackson State introduction for TC Taylor. Man, you talk about a wonderful event that the school put on. Man, kudos to the athletic director, president. They put on a wonderful event. It was an amazing time, great food, great atmosphere, everything. But assessing the Jackson State recruiting class, I think we did an amazing job for TC's first class, and to put that class together in such short notice, it was definitely amazing, man. I think they definitely hit the spots they needed. Definitely like linebacker, because I know linebacker was the main issue I think that they was having, because I know losing like Barry Hobson, Aubrey Miller, guys like that, they needed to fill that hole. And I like some of the DBs they brought in too. Definitely at that safety position, I think Guthrie is going to be definitely a good addition to what we need on this in the secondary. But offensively, man, he brought in some great skill players as usual. Got one kid, Isaiah Spencer. We flipped from USM and got nice quarterbacks transferred in. I think the JSU train it's still rolling, man. So hey, I'm definitely pleased with it.
Hey, like I say, looking at some of the guys that they brought in, man, I thought they did like you said, for the time period that they had. I thought TC hit the ground running, man. I thought he came in and he was all business from day one, day zero. He was all in, and everybody bought in already. So that's definitely a big thing, because he was able to convince some guys to stay. He was able to go out and get some guys and recruit back in Mississippi, man. I thought that was one of the biggest things that he did, man, was bring it back. You're recruiting like your high school guys, bring it back to your local area, and then branch out. I know if you bringing in a lot of transfers that got talent, then the high school guys kind of get lost in the shuffle. But you got to bring them guys in to keep things flowing. And I thought he did a good job with that because he got some really big time players out of Mississippi. Because I say it all the time, man, Mississippi is underrated when it comes to football talent. They got a lot of dogs come out of Mississippi. A lot of them kids is hungry, because they usually be overlooked. So you get a guy from out of Mississippi, he definitely gonna go hard for you. So I thought that was a good thing, man. I'm really impressed. I heard they announced the coaching staff too. Can you? You can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. It was a nice mix of SWAC guys and MEAC guys and a couple of FBS guys, man. I actually like what they put together. They had Coach Bradley gonna be coaching the defense and the defensive line. I think he came from Alcorn last season. I think Coach Quinn gonna be coaching the secondary too. Alcorn gave their secondary gave Jackson State fits last season in that game, man. You know what I'm saying? And then their defense, I think was ranked, was it third in the conference?
Yeah, they were
it was
3 or 4.
Pretty high up there in the conference. And I like the coordinator, Maurice Harris. He's gonna come in from Liberty. And hey, Coach Week's still on staff. He got an amazing pop. Coach Week's gonna be the defensive analyst for us, and also he's gonna be coaching special teams. And I kind of like how we're gonna be on offense because I trust TC because TC has called plays before, but the only thing that might concern me a little bit is on that defensive side of the ball. You bringing in brand new coaches because we have we got a linebacker coach that's new, DB coach that's new. Is there anything else? Well, bringing in and trying to change that defense.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't make too many changes to the defense. Hopefully they just stick to the defense that was from the previous staff and kind of just keep making tweaks to it. But don't just do a whole overall, change to the defense because I think it was definitely successful. What's going on, Los J?
Los J in the house, man. Y'all get that man a round of applause. That's a celebrity. Y'all welcome that man in the house. Like I said, man, I think JSU made some good moves. I don't think they did nothing, at least right now, that's gonna put them anywhere away from where they've been before. So I think being able to build on where you at is huge. So we're gonna definitely that's a team that we're gonna constantly keep talking about. So I'm gonna switch over to talk about my team real quick. I just saw a comment that wanted to kind of get some info on what's going on at Southern. And well, first and foremost, we went light on high school guys. Not a lot of high school guys we brought in, but 2 of those high school guys were quarterbacks, and that's definitely if you're a Southern fan, quarterback has been a question. They brought in. We had 3 guys remaining on the roster. They brought in 3 quarterbacks this class. 1 transfer, 2 high school kids. All 6'3" or better. So no short quarterbacks this year. Experience is going to be an issue. So I mean, you got 1 guy with 4 college starts, and nobody else has started a college game. So that's going to be an issue. But I thought they brought in some good skill guys. Bringing in Jalen Howard from Prairie View. That's a guy that's a speed. That's a speed guy, man. He's a deep threat. So he can pair up with some of those bigger receivers Southern got. Southern didn't really lose a lot of receivers, all running backs. They had a C.J. Russell from Grambling to that running back room. So they have some people. They have another guy with some decent size. Because when Sims got hurt, our running game really kind of faltered a little bit. Although that's still some of the passing game was that problem too. But defensively, they went heavy on defensive line, 2 defensive tackles, a couple edge guys and linebackers and safeties. So I think for what we had and what we lost, I thought we did pretty good filling holes. We didn't lose that much, especially to the portal. We lost some seniors. Obviously, we lost some seniors. And the seniors that we lost were big factors on the team. Losing 4 offensive linemen that start is a huge loss. So for the first time in a long time, Southern offensive line going to be basically brand new. So that's my biggest concern over quarterback, because if you can't block nobody, what's up, DJ, man? Welcome to the house, man.
DJ,
I got something for you. I'm sure you already know, but I got something for you about the Legacy Bowl. But like I was saying, I think that we if we can get the line shored up, I think we keep ourselves in good position, because if we can't block nobody, no matter who playing quarterback. So being strong on both lines is going to be the key. So I think we did a pretty good job of addressing that kind of stuff.
I see y'all got 2 boys from JSU. I see y'all got Jelani Davis, man, and shout out to y'all getting John Mitchell too. John Mitchell, I remember him. He was with Coach Hendrick. Yeah, that was a big old boy, man.
Yeah, and he definitely gonna fill it. You already know. So I know you was already gonna be there, but I'm sure that's an extra incentive for you. Yeah, man. I like I said, I think they did a good job of getting guys that got JUCO and transfer guys that to fill that line, because we need experience right away to fill those holes. And you build with the younger guys. So I thought I'm pretty pleased with what's going on. I mean, obviously we won't know nothing until practice start, but I thought they did a pretty solid job of bringing in the guys. And I mean, I say this all the time, and y'all gotta forgive me. But I'm super excited, man, that they got the starting quarterback from our high school. It's been hard getting Baton Rouge guys to come to Southern, or Southern looking at Baton Rouge guys, however you want to look at it. But that's something I'm happy about, man. That's a kid I watched play for 4 years. He started at quarterback for 4 years. Took a team to playoffs every year. So he's a good kid, basketball player too. So hopefully maybe Coach Woods will give him a little spot on the roster, man, because the dude can play. Multiple state champion in basketball, man. We got probably the most state championships in basketball in the last 15 years. So yeah, that's a kid that knows how to win. So I just, I'm just happy about that kind of stuff there. But
I gotta give my boy Mike Jones from Houston, Texas, a linebacker. You get a
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones, not confused with the real Mike Jones.
I can't believe we signed a dude named Mike Jones from Houston, bro.
From Houston, yeah. I was looking at it. 6'1", 222 from Kilgore Community College.
Yeah, we've been dipping in Houston pretty hard.
Davis, man.
That's a big one, man. That was a big one.
That one kind of hurt right there. I hated to see that, but hey, much success to Quater, man. Hey, he the op when he come to Jackson. Let y'all know. But he should be successful at TSU, hopefully. Yeah, I kind of like that move. But it hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, Kelby Givens, man, I think that kid is gonna be he gonna get, he can definitely get more opportunities this year. Now he did benefit from playing next to some really good guys inside that made it a little bit easier for him. But he flashed a lot last season. I was really impressed with his play, because I didn't even really expect him to play last season. And he finished with I think like 5.5, 6 sacks as a freshman, and that's not even starting. So I think he was able to do that, and I think he's gonna come in with some more energy and I think he's gonna be pretty good. I think he'll be a key piece to that defensive line this season. So I'm definitely looking to watch his development. So that's a name that I want all y'all to keep a lookout for, because he's gonna be on everybody's list in the next couple of years. So I wasn't really expecting a lot from him, but he definitely filled in, filling big time in those spot times. But yeah, I see we got everybody talking about them honeybees, and my boy DJ already know what time it is. So I when I saw that, I said I know he already gonna be there. So I was like, oh, that's an extra incentive for him. Speaking of Bama State, man, your boy Eddie Robb, man, put that rag back up for your boy Eddie Robb, man. He stood up there and said, "Hey, we coming to Jackson, and we want to be homecoming."
Woo! Just wait. Well, October 14th, boy, you better come with. Woo!
Hey, hey, you know, we talk about soldier rags, bro. That's a soldier rag moment, man. That's when you say you want these people for this point in time, you mean it. That man think he a beast in the SWAC now, boy. He get to call shots.
I tell you one thing, my boy E. Rob is definitely SWAC, man.
Hey, he SWAC for sure, 100%. But that's the New Orleans be coming out of him, man. So he was about it. When I saw that last night, man, I fell on the floor. But man, let me jump back to this comment. As far as me ranking quarterbacks, what we got right now, I would say I would probably put Biden number one because he got the experience out of everybody. Blood is right there. I mean, he played a lot. He was mainly the backup guy, so he did get a lot of playing time. So those two guys are probably 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B, however you want to put it. I would probably put the kid from UAB at third, and then Tucker at fourth because he has a year of college experience as far as weight room and he played in one game, and then the two high school guys right behind them. So. I think like I said, I think the talent is there. I just think I just think that there's no experience yet, so that's what makes me nervous, man. Say, fam, you took some people from JSU, man. What's up with that?
Who they got, man?
But then y'all, well, I know they got the one. He had decommitted, didn't he? The one kid from Florida.
Oh man, that. Anyway. It's a lot that happened with that. I don't know the full. They said it was a lot of stuff that happened with him.
Go ahead.
We can't say what we have if we never had them.
Oh yeah, you can't miss what you ain't never had, man. But hey, if they they trying to get little things here and there from y'all, so. All right, we got one for you, man. How would you rank the quarterbacks at Jackson State right now as far as your preference?
Oh man, that's a hard one because I hadn't got to see them, but I mean, just off the rip, saying, I think Jason Brown number one for sure. I think it's gonna be Philip Short at number 2, and that number 3 spot is probably gonna be a battle because we lost PJ Hatter to Texas State, and that game gonna be interesting when we do play Texas State. I think it's September 16th, but because I think PJ wanted to come in early and play. I mean that dude's phenomenal, man. But I kind of hate that he wasn't gonna be able to get that playing time right off hand. So it's a kid from Richland named Zy McDonald, man, awesome athlete. So he might be battling for that third position. That's my rankings right off the rip,
Yeah, I was well, like you said, the playing time is an issue in it. I figured, man, somebody was not gonna be in that number when you bring in a lot of guys right out the gate like that. But I was really surprised he ended up at Texas State. But they got a new coach, so it's all wide open now. So maybe he'll be able to get him some early time now. That being, an interesting game to see what he do. But I think that's a pretty good, assessment of that. I think, you know, having that experienced guy come in, I would always go with him first and, you know, see what he can do. And then, you know, especially going into practice, you go with that guy first and then go from there. And if he can't do it, you got the explosive guys that's young behind him that you can let, you know, develop. So I think they did a good job, you know, with that. I don't, you know, they didn't bring in anybody that's like flashy, you know, but I mean, Shark is a dog. You know, ain't nobody you talk to gonna say he's not a damn good quarterback. But they didn't bring in nobody that's like a big flashy, big name guy. So I think that don't hurt to bring in guys that's gonna work, you know. So it's gonna make for a pretty interesting battle in the spring. That's definitely one to keep tabs on. Honestly, oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was reading that comment. I think Thrillo put up.
Oh yeah, they gonna be right there in San Marcos, man. Austin ain't that far, but I think that's a nice trip for anybody. Anybody can make it out there. I think that's a nice trip to take. So.
Ooh,
oh no, he ended up at West Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He signed with West Florida.
Yes, that's a nice pickup for them boys.
You
gotta watch out because them dudes can
play, man.
Yeah.
They can play. They can't. They went to McNeese and dropped 50 on them. So, you know, I mean, it's like that's you know, that's a program. Now they did lose their coach this season, so they're gonna be starting with a new coach, but I think they hired from within, so they're probably gonna be able to keep that rolling. But that's a team that went to the D2 semifinals, so you know they know pushover. They you know they on that Delta State level, you know, them teams that's like, well, they probably even a little bit ahead of them, but them kind of teams that really could be FCS, but they not. So they gonna have a good chance, man.
I thought they transitioned to move up to FCS.
I had heard
a lot of athletes on that team now. There's D1 bounce backs.
Yeah, I ain't heard some talk, but I don't know. DJ, if you still in the chat, DJ, if you still in the chat,
West Florida probably can run through the SWAC. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, you know, it's like you know, I think sometimes it's the labels, man. Like a team like that. I mean, I'm not saying you should be happy if you lose to them, but if you know football and you know what this team got, you know, taking away that they D2 label, then you understand that's really an FCS team, man, that you playing. So so they are in the process of I think they are looking to move up. So that's like, you know, I mean, that's like, you know, back in the early 2000s when North Dakota State and South Dakota State moved up. We played South Dakota State in 2004 when they were transitioning to FCS from D2, where it was Division I AA then, but still, you know, same thing. And they came to Baton Rouge, man, and everybody was sitting in the stadium like, man, we ain't never even heard of these dudes. And they stepped on the field with the biggest offensive line I seen with my own two eyes, man. That's not a Power 5 offensive line back in the day, the big old corn-fed boys, and they mashed us, man. So you know, it's no embarrassment to lose that game. Now I'm just saying, when you look team for team, now it's because it's D2. That's the game you don't wanna lose. And you know, I think, fam, you're gonna be up to the task. I'm not gonna sit there and say they're gonna get beat. I think they're gonna be up to the task, but it's gonna be a tough game depending on how that team plays, since they have a new coach. You know, that can change a lot. So it's not an easy game now. Don't, you know, it's not Virginia Lynchburg or nothing like that. So don't think, you know, don't think off rip that the kind of game is gonna be. Now it could probably happen, but don't think off rip that that's what it is. So it's a very important game.
I ain't know them boys went 12-2 last year.
Yeah, they made a state semifinal. I mean, they made the D2 semis. So
yeah, I know they've been good for quite a while.
Yeah,
they lost to Delta State, and Delta State wasn't no pushover. You know, they almost got JSU. Delta State did.
Yeah, and they handled. they not, like I say, man. They not no joke. And like DJ said, man, they already circle that game on their calendar. So you know, it's just like when you play these local FCS teams. There's a non-conference, man. They be ready for you more than you be for them because they wanna make a point. So, that's really one of the things.
Yeah, that team won the national championship in 2019 in D2. I remember that.
Well, from this comment, they look like they're gonna be doing a bit of a rebuild. So maybe it won't be as crazy of a game as possible. But you know, just going off of what they had before, it was an interesting game. But they still gonna come in ready. So I think FAM's gonna be okay in that game. But you know, like I said, I just think it's one of them games that historically the last couple of years, that's a program that's been really good. So I would expect them to still have a pretty solid team when they come in. I that question, man, I don't know because I don't know who every team got like one school that they assigned to from across the divisions. Well, no, I guess Alcorn and Jackson is linked like that because we got FAMU. So I don't know because the schedule all weird, man, this season. So I don't know if they got off track of if I thought everybody was rotating, but
yeah, that's
maybe
what
we
I
can get
thought
a
too. Because I see the comment from Low J. I was wondering the same thing. I thought it might would have been like another year, every other year or something like that. But I guess I don't know.
yeah, because I mean Valley rolled off our schedule, so you know, and they had just rolled on for 2 years. So I thought, you know, so I don't know. It's crazy, man. That's gonna take some investigation. That's something I'm gonna have to look into, see maybe I can dig up an answer. Because that's something I have been looking at with a lot of people, with a lot of people's schedules as well. So it's a weird year, man. You know, a lot of games being scheduled back and forth. Yeah, man, that game that game hurt me, man. We was up 28-7 against them people, and they came. It was 21-7. We lost 28-21. They came back on us just running the ball. So that team had only one black dude on their team, man. And that was their running back. They had all white dudes all the way across the field, and one black dude that was their running back, and that dude ran the ball all over the Mumford Stadium. But that was a game I really don't like to talk about, but it popped up in my head because of the topic. Before we go too far, man, I did want to take a little step away from football for just like 1 second to put some recognition out for the great Roger Cador, Southern University baseball coach. The mayor of Baton Rouge has announced that tomorrow, February 3rd, 2023 would be Roger Cador Day to honor him since he's going to the College Baseball Hall of Fame. So I just wanted to shout that out, man, because that dude's a legend in college baseball, period. So just definitely wanted to put that out there in the air. So y'all, you know, salute Coach Cador for doing what he's doing, and he's still running around making all his appearances. So I just wanted to put that out there before I forgot. Yeah, so man, this schedule thing is crazy because like this FAMU dropping Grambling and Pine Bluff and they picking up the 2 Texas schools. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at everybody's schedules and see what happens. Because it looks like maybe somebody is scheduling somebody. All right, man, we got to get Jamie G back up in here, man. He dropped out. So y'all give me 1 second. Let me get this on point. All right, y'all. Hopefully we can get him back in here. Because he hit something and knocked himself out of there. But honestly, man, back to scheduling. I see Mobile is keeping their name in the hat for the classics. Jackson State going back to Mobile for the 3rd year against Alabama A&M. Alabama State and Grambling hooking up in Mobile as well. And Mobile seem like they trying to keep their name all up in these classics, man. What's your thoughts about Jackson State going back to Mobile for the third year in a row?
Well, hopefully they get their stuff together next time we go down there because it was a bad experience from what fans was telling me and others, man. But I mean, I guess they're supposed to make a nice little chunk of change in Mobile. But honestly, man, I like the home and home, to be honest with you. I think it's a little bit better versus those classes that, sometimes they really don't have any relevancy to both schools. But hopefully, maybe we can shake that. But they're gonna come with some better facilities and getting into the game for one, and also the bathrooms and stuff. They got to tighten up.
Yeah, I would honestly, man, if that game is gonna be moving forward, I know Lad Stadium is historical, but I would look to start playing that game at South Alabama Stadium, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing it in a better facility. I mean, like I say, Lad is historical, and but it don't look like it didn't change too much since back in the day. So. A lot of people don't like the area that it's in. Like you said, with the problem with all of the bathrooms and the ticket lines and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of stuff that's got to be cleaned up. So they really got to stay on point because all eyes gonna be on that this season.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of money not being right and deals, man. That was some talks with Southern and Jackson playing in Dallas, man. That had got a little bit of traction, but the money, they couldn't get the money right. That's what AD Banks has said yesterday.
Really?
That the reason why that game was in Baton Rouge was because it was supposed to be in Birmingham, but that deal fell through, and then they were looking at Dallas and Memphis. So I guess they're just preliminary things. They looked into going to Memphis as well. So. They couldn't make neither one of them shake, so they just was able to come and make it home and home because they did not want to lose this game for 2 years. So I think home and home for Southern and Jackson State is the way it's supposed to be. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Why did that deal fall through? I mean, ain't nobody really explained why the little Birmingham deal didn't go through because supposedly. Didn't both schools supposed to walk away with over $1 million, making close to over $1 million each?
It was supposed.
I think it didn't even come through like that.
I think they said if the attendance was like 30,000, at least 30,000, both teams walk with like $1 million, and then anything more than that, they walk away with like 1.5. But I don't know what I don't know what happened with that in the first place. That they quietly let that drop. So I don't know if it was something the SWAC was working on and they couldn't really make it work with the city and both schools or what, because they were Jackson was supposed to play Pine Bluff in Birmingham last season and that fell through. So I don't know once that game fell through if they just was like, we're just not gonna worry about it. But that was definitely something that they kind of let quietly go away. To the point that some people actually thought this game was still gonna be in Birmingham, and I'm like, bro, if you're going to Birmingham, you're gonna be the only one else. So have fun. I honestly, man, I don't know why they said Dallas, but I guess they just was like looking for neutral areas. Both schools do got big alumni bases in Dallas, and but I mean, for me. They don't need to go all the way there.
What about if Jack State or Southern would have played in Shreveport during the State Fair Classic?
Man, I wouldn't go. I don't like Shreveport, bro.
I remember we played Prairie in Shreveport. That was actually a pretty good experience. I like the fact we go to the fair and to the game. I thought that was pretty cool, but. I think it makes sense though, honestly. But,
I mean, if you were to do something like that, you probably could get a good tie-in. I mean, that's not a long trip for either school. A lot of people live up that way, and it's just that Shreveport not one of my favorite places. But looking at FAMU schedule, man, yeah, it's Celebration Bowl or bust this year. So you got to win. You got to win the East, or else your season would not turn out right. Lincoln University, man, is playing 3 SWAC schools this year. They must be angling to be a SWAC member, man, because they already playing 3 schools this year, and
They trying to get that money.
they trying to get that money, man. Because I heard they want to go FCS at some point, so they trying to stack ends. They playing all road games. I think last year they played like 5 FCS teams, so they trying to make some money, and going from California to Tallahassee. Ooh, that's a trip, boy. That is a trip. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at their schedule because that's a trip. That's a long ride. I don't care if it's plane or bus. I sure hope they don't take the bus because that's a long bus ride, bro.
Maybe they're gonna stay. Maybe
yeah, they might be playing somewhere closer, and then that's what I would do. I would have like a game halfway going now, and then stay and go there, and then come back and play a game on the way back, man. Make the most of it, because if you going back and forth, man, your guys gonna be wore out. But I mean, I think honestly, and I'm not saying that wasn't FAMU's goal, but I think your first mind should be winning the championship. So anything else that happened, it's extra. If you fall short, I mean, it's always a good thing to have in your pocket. But honestly, I think after 2 years of coming up short, FAMU want the championship more than anything. I don't think I don't think. Unless you went there and made a run, I don't think finishing second in the East for 3 straight years is going to sit right in Tallahassee. So I think the schedule fell the way it fell, but I think they're gonna make a good run at it. I think the Orange Blossom Classic should be a better game this year, man, because they're gonna be coming ready. But it's. Sticking with schedules, man. Southern got a 10-game SWAC schedule, so we playing all SWAC teams non-conference except for Lincoln. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It gave us 6 home games, so that that's something we ain't had in a while. No money game, so everybody be fussing about that. I hope everybody buy season tickets because y'all be hollering about y'all want to play teams that y'all know, and we getting Jackson State at home to open up the home schedule. We get Alabama A&M at home. We got FAMU at home. We got Texas Southern at home. We got Prairie View at home. So, and homecoming. But I don't want to hear nobody make no more excuses, man, because y'all wanted this, so they gave it to you. So hopefully everybody turn out, man.
Speaking of turnouts. What about Alcorn? Anybody get any information on Alcorn? I see they hosted the A Club, hosted a signing day party charging $30.
Oh, they was.
I hope they had some good food. Maybe some shrimp, some crab legs, some shrimp.
Yes, indeed.
Some hors d'oeuvres. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
What's going on?
I'm everywhere the Jaguars are, unless it's Pine Bluff. I don't go to Pine Bluff, but I might try to make that trip one day. But I'm a season ticket holder, so I'm always at the all home games, and most of the road games I'm now. So I think I'm gonna definitely be in the house. So I'm always wherever the Jaguars at, I'm always there. So I was brought up that way, and I can't stop. So that's where I stand. But yeah, I hadn't really heard too much about Alcorn this year, man. They seem to have been bringing in a good bit of guys though. They've been recruiting pretty hard. I know Coach McNair trying to get back to the division championship. Coming up short the last 2 years. I know that ain't sitting right with him.
Yeah, because I know he used to bring in the smoke, but it ain't been happening for the last few years. So.
Yeah. He ain't got them young mans that he want yet.
Young mans. What them young mans he got? And, I wonder what he gonna do losing Coach Bradley and Coach Quinn. So, I wonder how he gonna replace them guys. He probably got something going, I imagine.
Oh yeah, he got to have something lined up because like you said, last year Alcorn defense was one of the better defense they had since they had that run before COVID. So I thought they were starting to go back in the right direction. So hopefully they can get somebody to keep that thing rolling. The big bad Braves, man, they can always be a thorn in everybody's side one way or the other. But I mean, they still got Jarvion Howard, so that that go a long way with your team, man.
Oh yeah, but I know they got their I think their signing day is on Twitter, but I was trying to find the link on their website, but I don't see it. Anybody got that Alcorn news?
Yeah, man. If anybody got that Alcorn news, man, put that out there. I thought Southern that 2021, man. I thought Southern attendance was decent. The FAMU attendance wasn't good. Southern was coming off a couple losses, and a lot of people they get iffy when the weather get cold. So a lot of people decided to stay home, and that hurt. Because that was the first time FAMU had been to Baton Rouge in a long time. So that was a game that I was looking forward to. I thought it'd be a better crowd. Purvey was homecoming, so that's definitely gonna pack out. And JSU is JSU, so that the two games always going homecoming and JSU always gonna draw regardless of what the team is like. Southern people been kind of iffy sometimes, but I think last season attendance was pretty decent. That last game at home typically don't draw well because it usually be kind of cold, and people just be I don't know. A lot of people don't like to sit out there, but I would love to see the attendance go up this year for sure. I think the attendance could stand to go up almost everywhere. So if you're not going to games and you're able to, man, y'all get out there and catch some games. And I say it every week, and I'm gonna say it tonight. Support SWAC basketball, man. Please support SWAC basketball. There's only 9 games left in the season, so you're running out of time to catch a game. So please support SWAC basketball. Man, they got some good players in this league, man. They got some teams playing some good ball. So y'all make sure y'all check it out, man. If you can, I'm not saying move heaven and earth to get there, but if you somewhere and you close like a Saturday, you can swoop in somewhere and catch the games. That's cool. I know Mondays is tough for people because a lot of people work, so it's tough to get off work and go to a game or something like that. But Saturdays, I think if you can, that's something to do, because I'm gonna beat that drum till the season over, man. Because ain't nothing like seeing a good crowd at a basketball game, man. It can impact the game in a big way.
Shout out to Auburn Miller. That boy Auburn Miller up down there. Down at Senior Bowl practice.
Did you see that? But did you see that video? What he did the dude from Tulane, bro? He pushed the dude 10 yards.
No wonder we trending on Twitter. I see Jackson State trending. That's
good Lord, man. He hit that dude like the 49ers that hit Zeke on that last play of the game, bro. Sent that man flying back 10 yards. But I think he having a good. I think he's having a good workout out there, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him in action. Isaiah Land been getting some good reports too, man. I think both of them guys got a good chance to get their names called. Cause I always say Auburn Miller's an NFL guy, man. He just don't miss a lot of tackles, and he always in the right place. And I think he's a guy that's gonna he gonna give you 100% every time out there. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in action, because I know he gonna make somebody a good pro, man. All right, here's a question for you, man. Do you think Jarvion Howard is the best back in the SWAC right now?
Right now, yeah. I mean, I don't think you can you can't argue that, man. That boy put up some video game numbers, and I think probably coming in that hot second would be probably Wilkerson. Yeah, man, that kid really strong runner, man, and got good hands too. I know who the best quarterback in the SWAC right now, and y'all might be. I think Andrew Body right now the best quarterback right now. Hey, am I not right?
I mean, as far as what we got, as far as what we got right now, yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
he's good.
I thought he was at least, you know, right up in the mix. Right up in the mix last season, but you know, I think he probably is not many people who gonna be better than him right now coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
And we always gonna get Drew that shout out, man. I'm trying to see. I see Jackson State listed Aubrey Miller at 6'2", but I thought I saw a different height on him at the Senior Bowl.
You know, the Senior Bowl, they got him. I think he's 5'11", man.
That's what I thought. I thought I saw 5'11" on the Senior Bowl.
Hold on. Better yet, let me look. I'm on Twitter now, and they had his measurables. Hold on. Senior Bowl.
You can't count on Caleb Johnson as one of the top backs too, but I think Howard right now is that dude, man. I would go Howard, probably Wilkerson. Huh?
Yeah, you can't. I would go Howard. Argue that.
Yeah, Howard, Wilkerson, Johnson, man. Them guys all are good backs, man. I'm eager to see Johnson do some work at Prairie View, man, because you know he had an opportunity. You know he didn't have the best season at Valley last year. I know he was injured a bit, so being able to step in another spot should definitely hurt him. I think he is, man. I think from his body of work, no pun intended. I think his body of work, you know, what he can do, what the kid can do with his arms and his legs, I think definitely for me puts him a little bit ahead. But that's not to take away from Musa, because when Musa's on, he's on. You know, I think sometimes he's prone to some inconsistency, at least last season, and that's understandable. But you know, I think Andrew Body is ahead of him right now. That's just, you know. Did you get you said like 5'11" for Miller,
huh? I think Miller like 5'11", but I think like 5'11", like 220, 230. He almost about that Kobe Dean size.
Yeah, that is.
I didn't realize he was that small. But
I think
brings that wood. He bring that big boy.
Yeah, wood. I mean he you know, he one of them guys, man. You know where he at all times, because you gonna feel him, bro. Even in the stands, you gonna feel him. Last season Dooley was he rotated back, so I think they're gonna stick with that. I think, you know, you got guys like Rhymes that you can spread out and throw the ball to. I think we just need to get Sims healthy so we can have that guy, that good short yardage guy. Dylan coming back, you know, I mean, he missed all season, so they got to work himself into the mix. And like I said, I like CJ Russell in the mix there too. So they got options. And Ligon was a nice young guy. He had a few fumbles, you know, as a younger player, but he's gonna have another year in the mix too. So I think the running back core is gonna be good. It's just gonna all be. I can't even argue with that. I can't even argue with that. I can't. Hey, for once, I got nothing, y'all. Hey, y'all mark that down. I got stumped on that one. I ain't got nothing else to say. But that was a good one. I like that one. But yeah, I mean, I think they had listed Isaiah Land at like 6'2", I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like 6'2", like 230, 235 or something like that.
Yeah,
you know, that's pretty good size, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what both those guys do, man, because if they can get an opportunity, you know, they got HBCU guys that's shining right now, like Joshua Williams. That dude had a damn good AFC Championship game, man. That dude made a lot of plays in that game.
They say 6'2", 225, but I swear I saw something else that said he was like shorter than that. Like
yeah,
5'11",
that's what I thought. But I'm gonna have to try to.
He might be 6'2", but I don't care. Whoever get him, they got a dog. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, man. That's the thing. Shot. I think he one of them guys that's just gonna. He's just a baller, man. He gonna work. You know, I mean, he's a guy that really develops himself on and off the field. Because when he first got to JSU, you ain't know he was gonna make it the next year, man. He was just one of them kind of guys, huh?
So, you right about that.
But that's the kind of guy, man. He is the example of if you buy into college and you buy into what's going on and you buy into your future, you can be whatever you want coming from a HBCU, man. So, a lot of them guys, come in, they iffy with with their attitudes and things. If you got a good program that can get them right, they can see what the future is. Now, I wouldn't gamble on too many of them dudes, but you can't hurt. It don't hurt to try to help somebody out if they willing. If they ain't willing, they got to go. Yeah, I thought he was more aligned. I keep thinking I said 5'11" somewhere, and because I was like, damn, I didn't realize he was. That was what I thought. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in line with that. Because them NFL measurements ain't no joke. They'll take 4 inches off you in a second, boy.
Oh yeah, they look for everything. But hey, that man is a physical specimen. Like if you looking for perfect body, it's Auburn Miller they've got, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, he gonna definitely do his thing. So I'm looking forward to what he bring to the table. And like I say, you can't leave out Isaiah Land in that mix either, man. That's a guy that's a disruptive guy too. I think both of them got a good opportunity. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they both do in the Senior Bowl.
Yep. And
him and Jukebox gonna be at the Senior Bowl too, huh?
Kamada Avery, he in the PLA Bowl, ain't it? Well,
yeah, NFL PA Bowl. Daniels. Yeah, I think I've been hearing some good things from Dallas Daniels too, man. I heard his name a few times from people. I heard a few people say he gonna get drafted. So, having an opportunity to have 3-4 guys who, and that's not even counting the Legacy Bowl guys, but right now everybody is doing a good job, man. I think we got a good opportunity to have a few guys get their names called in the draft this year.
That's good, but you said the Jukebox is gonna perform at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, they're gonna be at the Senior Bowl this year, man.
Oh, that Mardi Gras parade might be lit then at 6 p.m. They might make like the Southern in that thing. If y'all ever get a chance, go to Mardi Gras Mobile, man. I'm telling you, it's lit too.
Yeah, I didn't always heard about it, man, but I ain't never been, man. I'm gonna have to try to do that one time. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, man, and it's honestly no reason why Southern attendance should not be higher than what it is. That's a show in and of itself. For years, I've always said, a lot of people go to Southern and don't go in. That to me, that's a problem. It's like you go up there and you tailgate the whole game. It's like I don't see the purpose, but I mean. The stadium is big enough for everybody to be in there, and to have an empty stadium on certain games just don't make no sense, man. That's just something I've never understood and never will. So hopefully, we can start to make some things happen. But people in Baton Rouge could be kind of iffy sometimes. Hit that like button, man. Y'all subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to No Slacking the SWAC podcast. Hit that up too, man. Y'all hit that button, man. We working on yeah, I mean it's only certain schools that people automatically gonna come for. I mean, that's just Jackson, Alcorn, Homecoming, so everybody else is like, hit or miss. And that, like I keep saying, that if we got a late November game, man, you can hang that up. Ain't nobody sitting out there. They done moved the game up to 2:00 this year just to try to avoid, the weather at night. But people still ain't come. But we're playing Valley too, so you know how that go. People don't want to come see Valley. But I mean, I didn't mean it like that, bro. I didn't mean it like that, but. I like I said, man, I love Valley. Valley's in my heart, but a lot of people don't want to come see Valley, man, and it is a shame because I mean, why would you want to come see your team win a game? But like I was trying to say, man, I'm the kind of person that believe you should show up no matter who your team is playing, man. You know, your team should be the main draw. Now, if your team is like 0-12, then yeah, it's gonna be tough to get up for that. But if your team is consistently in the mix, I think you should turn out for your team all the time. I wouldn't go that far, man. I mean, even as bad as we was last year, we still beat Valley by 20. They're gonna be tough. I really think, man, that Valley might thrive better, you know, financially, especially in D2. But you know, I don't, you know, they've been in the league since like '59 or something like that. So you know,
they
it's tough
want
to get
that SWAC money, man. Honestly,
yeah,
that's,
I mean, you know,
the only reason they still in our league because there's more money.
It's hard to get out of that, man, and especially when you need every dollar that you're getting, man. But they playing in Chicago this year, so hopefully they're getting some good money for that because they playing Central State in Chicago. So hopefully they're getting some good money for that. Because
Valley might be a sleeper though. You know, I think they got the right coach though. You know, they got that coach come from Delta State. Man, he feels familiar with the program, so I know that. I think they got the right coach though, man, to keep it going. I don't know.
I mean, I like what he's doing right now.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, so I think, you know, at the least he gonna have them. You know, last year was a weird year for Valley, man. They just never got started. And you know, Valley always played them hard first 3-4 games of the season, and so they don't really hit their stride till like mid-season. And last year, it took them. Their offense never really got going, so they weren't as competitive as they were the year before. Although some kind of way they always find a way to beat Prairie View at the end of the season. So I see this year Prairie View moved that game in the middle of the season, so maybe they beat them this time. But you know, I think, you know, you can never count out Valley, man, especially not in Itabena, man. They're gonna do whatever they got to do up there to beat you. So if you got to go up there and play them, man, you better be ready for a dog fight because they're gonna give it everything they got up there.
Oh yes, sir. You're right about that.
But man, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this thing on up, man. You got anything coming up in the next few days?
Really, man, nothing much going right now. Just kind of just trying to sit back and get my show together, man. See what I'm gonna do in this next season and everything on how I want to, you know, do my content and everything. So I'm kind of working with that right now. So, but I was planning on going to the Senior Bowl, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I'll see because I really wanted to go down there and kind of cover Auburn Miller.
Oh yeah,
and Isaiah Land, because that game I think it's gonna be a good game, but we'll see. Yeah, I might see James G pop up at Mobile, man. And I'll bring that content.
That's the thing, man. You never know where we're gonna pop up at, man. We're gonna pop up somewhere. I just wanted to address this comment right here. I understand, you know, I know a lot of people frustrated with what's going on, man, but you know, for me, it's non-negotiable. You know, I'm gonna be there all the time. I understand if people are, you know, kind of on the fence, especially after last season, but you know, I just, you know, I that's just the way I am. But I understand. But hopefully, man, they give you something to turn out for, man. You know, they pick up some wins early, man. Please turn out, man. Yeah, what's up, Joey Jackson, man?
Regardless, they winning or losing, the school needs money. So I mean them kids need money and all kind of different things. If Jackson State go 0-12, I'm still buying season tickets because I am a fan. And that's what. See, we all SWAC soldiers, so we got to bring that bag, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's at the end of the day, it's about the school and the guys on the team, man. You know, I mean, if you get enough people to turn out at the games consistently, it'd be easier to get that coach up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if we can get the people to turn out, man, and you get the money to keep flowing, man, it'd be easier to get the people up out of here, man. So, I mean, like I say, I get it, man. Hey, don't get me wrong, man. It been many a time I almost was like, man, I ain't going tonight. I mean, actually,
I don't care how it is.
bro. Actually, in 2021, man, me and my wife, we kind of got into it. Not really got into it, but I was like, I ain't going to Bayou Classic. I don't care what you, I don't care what you say. I ain't, because you know we was struggling, man, and we was 4-6, and Grambling was 3-7, and I was like, man, I don't want to go see this, man. But it's you know, she won out, and we went, and we lost. So, yeah, man. I mean, I will give you that, man. I think he didn't really recruit high school talent at all this season. He said in the paper that he was trying to build depth through the portal, and next year he's gonna get stronger on high schools. But I still feel like you need to recruit home because you need to keep that pipeline and you keep them relationships built. So I mean, I could give you that. That's something I'm always pushing for. Is getting kids from the home state first and foremost. But as far as me, man, I'm working on a couple things. I still got this project Los J gave me that I'm working on, man. It's gonna take me a little while to make it happen, but I'm working on that. And we working on doing some little promotional things, man. We're trying to get our numbers up, and we're trying to get to 900. We're gonna try to do some giveaways. We're gonna try to do a few things here and there. Okay. So stay tuned, man. We're gonna have some things coming. Like I say, I just think this season, at least he just looking more portal, man. We only brought in like 3 or 4 high school guys, so he's around. They around. They were in New Orleans heavy the last week or so, and they started making the rounds around Baton Rouge. But you got to keep these kids home. And that means you got to start bringing them in. So hopefully, with the 24 class, they start getting back to more high school than portal. But, that remains to be seen. So, man, like I say, man, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. We got SWAC Talk coming on Sunday. We talk basketball. Y'all know I'm on my basketball thing. So y'all stay tuned with that. We're going to have more football coverage coming. Spring practice in a few weeks. Got Senior Bowl, NFLPA Bowl, Legacy Bowl. Man, we're gonna
definitely be in the Legacy Bowl. I gotta pull up for the Legacy Bowl.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's a good point.
Need my credentials, Legacy Bowl. We need our credentials now.
Yes, man. Hey, I've been waiting for weeks, man. I've been waiting for weeks.
We need our credentials. We want to be on the sideline and bring y'all some content, man.
Cause I'm pulling up anyway, but man, I want my credentials, bro. Y'all make that happen. But we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here, man. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel, like they say. So, man, like I say, thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all enjoy y'all day. Stay warm, man. It's kind of cold out there, so y'all stay warm and stay dry, and we'll catch y'all next week. Yeah, please be careful, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.